Mark Henry, Big Show, Randy Orton, and you mentioned CM Punk. Those guys made it a lot more easier for me to walk into a locker room. And I still share those stories today. What's up, everyone? I'm Mr. No Days Off, Fred Rosser, WWE veteran, and you are listening and watching Sportskeeda Wrestling.
So coming back to Fred, I mean, both of you touched on the aspect of mental health. Something that has happened, you were a part of the releases in 2017. A lot of your contemporaries were released this year. You have obviously done very well for yourself as a New Japan pro wrestler. Do you have any advice? Do you have any message for your colleagues who might be in a similar boat?
When you get signed to WWE, it's like you're traveling, you're grinding, you bust your butt, you know what I mean? So whether you're there 5 years, 10 years, 6 months, however, you have to take that platform that you've built and, move on. It hurts to get fired. It really hurts. I'd be lying to you if I told you it didn't, but you got to just brush it off. You get that whole saying, you get knocked down 8 times, get back up 9 times. And, for me, for example, when the pandemic hit, I didn't stop. I didn't stop working out. The gyms closed. I bought equipment and I used it at home. When the pandemic hit, I didn't stop with my social media sponsorships. I reached out to hundreds and hundreds of companies to see how I can collaborate, and I did very well in 2020. And during the pandemic, to give back to the community, I was able to give fitness tips, fitness advice on how to stay in shape during this pandemic. So for me, too much is given, much is required. So I've got to do what I do, and I practice what I preach. And I can't wait to have the opportunity to not only wrestle more, but go into the schools, go into the corporations and share my story. There's 7 billion plus people on this planet. So I've got a lot of work to do to have everyone know my story. And I say all the time that every day is a coming out experience. I go to the gym, I'm at the airport, I'm in the supermarket. People look at me. I've been told by different people I have a aura, I have a look about me. I don't know what it is. I'm the shyest person around. But people see me and they'll ask me, oh, are you a football player? Are you this? Are you that? I said, oh, no, I wrestle professionally. And immediately you can tell when they grab their phone, they're Googling who you are. And sometimes the first thing that pops up is first openly gay WWE superstar. So it's that minute that they can say, oh, wow, what a bold decision. Or they can be like, I'm not really, a fan of the LGBTQ movement. But I always say, if they don't know you personally, don't take it personal. So I can't change people's opinions about me. I just can only keep moving forward. And the only time I should look back is to see how far I've come. So by being the first openly gay WWE superstar, I have a duty to instill confidence in our youth and to lead by example. Now, when I go into these schools and talk to, elementary kids, I talk to them about the effects of bullying. And I briefly talk about my story coming out as the first openly gay WWE superstar, because kids in 4th grade and 5th grade, they're talking about dinosaurs, they're talking about Power Rangers, they're talking about all that stuff. They're still trying to find themselves, So I always say at 20s, when you're in your 20s, you're trying to figure it out. Me, almost 38, November 2nd, I know what I want, and I want to continue to impact the masses.
Amazing. So one of the articles that you wrote for our site, I still remember it, I was the one who edited it, was about CM Punk and how he embraced you when you came out. What do you think of his return, and what do you think of AEW in general?
When I came out publicly with WWE, There were a handful of wrestlers that really embraced me. Mark Henry, Big Show, Randy Orton, and you mentioned CM Punk. Those guys made it a lot more easier for me to walk into a locker room. And I still share those stories today, you know, of victory, because I'm not a victim anymore. I celebrate being victorious. And, you know, CM Punk is making moves in AEW, and I'm doing my thing. So the support of your colleagues is important, but the support for me of my family, my mom, my uncles, my inner circle made it a lot much easier for me not only to come out, but to continue to be that superhero for the community.
Amazing, amazing. And do you wish to go to AEW as part of the Forbidden Doors as an NJPW superstar someday?
You know, I've reached out to AEW not once, but twice when they first started, and they said no. I might reach out to them again, but it's very important that I just stay in my lane with New Japan. New Japan's strong. And, you know, since coming out, 2013, I don't know how many years, is that 8 years or so ago, I've been able to be a part of a off-Broadway musical right before the pandemic. In 2020, it was a musical about marriage equality based out of Fire Island, New York. So I've been able to do so much since coming out, and I'm living my truth. You know, I can be as masculine as I want, or I can be as sassy as I want. So I can just be me at the end of the day. And I see Antonio laughing, but it's the truth. I can just be me. And that's the most important thing that I can share with everyone, that living your truth and being as transparent as possible has gotten me so far over the finish line. I can't even explain, but just keep sharing my story every day.
And my final question on this topic, you know, I mean, a lot of wrestlers have come out since you have. And so what do you think of the pro wrestling landscape for the community right now as compared to when you first came out?
We're making moves, and, you know, WWE, you know, I'm the superhero for the community, the suntan Superman. So I've just got to keep doing me. But, you know, like I said, when you come out, you know, whether you like it or not, you have a huge responsibility to help the community out, to be a representation. And that's what we need. We need more representation. The more, the better. I would say none of us are as strong as all of us. That's why my whole Block the Hate movement that is running wild, not only in this interview, but it'll be running wild tonight on the house, means the world to me. The Block the Hate movement, in this world, we all receive hate for various reasons, but in order to be strong and successful, you got to block out the hate. And it's my wrestling pose. It's the equality sign, the equal sign. And I want, at the end of the day, equality for all. And I won't stop fighting. I won't stop grinding. I won't stop hustling until I'm 6 feet under. And, you know, I got another 60, 70, 80 years on this earth. So I plan on making some big changes, along with Antonio and everyone that was involved in the house, sharing their story. Like I say daily, I repeat myself a lot, you know, maybe too many concussions in the ring, but don't die with the story and you tell it, baby.
Fox Soul Season 3.
It was, oh, I didn't know you were gay, or, oh my God, I didn't realize you were black, or you're so articulate.
All new Fox Soul shows and specials.
I heard my neighbor say, that's the guy that looks like a girl.
Don't you have a guy that looks like a girl?
Why are you so concerned about me?
But get this, but it's a fact.
Hey, y'all get lit up.
Y'all get lit.
Fox Soul Season 3.